Hello, welcome to the Coop. My name's Fowl Gaming, otherwise known as Charlie, and welcome to another episode of Coop Gone Chat. So today, I just want to start by saying that thank you very much to the feedback after the last CoopCon chat. There'll be a few changes to this one. So for episode 2, firstly, you are not going to see a timer. I'm not going to be putting a limit on what I talk about this time, or sorry, for how long I'll be talking about it, due to before people said that maybe I was talking a bit too fast. I'm still going to aim for 5 to 6 minutes, but there'll be no timer. But anyway, let's get into today's topic, which is all about regular streamer behavior that's considered toxic sometimes, and whether I think it's toxic. Let's get straight into it. So the first thing we're going to talk about is about having twitch.tv in your name. So a lot of times when people are streaming, no matter what game they're playing, provided they have the option to, either when setting up their account or if it's on Steam you can change it, they'll put something like TTV or Twitch or YouTube or something like that in their name. And this gets a little bit of bad rep. So firstly, why do people do it? Now, people mainly do it for the promotion and also, well, yeah, as it really to promote their channel. So let's talk about the positives of that. So you're going to get more viewers because as you're playing games, people are going to see your Twitch.tv and naturally come across. You're going to get, free promotion for your channel, which is hard to do when in a place like Twitch where everything's saturated. You're going to meet new people. This is the biggest thing, is you're going to get people that then join your stream and then join your community and get to play with them later on. I've made so many friends through Twitch.tv. And you're also going to be able to support other streamers, because sometimes you'll get in a game with another Twitch.tv and you'll go, oh, look, are you live? Yeah, I'm live. Are you live? And you'll jump in and follow each other and give each other support. Personally, I have made countless friends. The majority of the people that are even going to view this video are friends that I've made from having Twitch.tv in my name. That is the biggest reason why I do it. Now, the bad things, the reasons why most people say that having Twitch.tv is bad, is that normally it encourages toxic behavior. So if you are, people generically, if they're against someone that has Twitch.tv in their name, you'll see some more toxic behavior. You'll see them only go for you. Now, I'm not saying this is for everyone. I'm not slapping everyone with the label of everyone hates Twitch.tvs. But we can't deny that we've all played some games where you've had a Twitch.tv in your lobby and you either play harder, or you tunnel them, or or again, if you're on their team, you'll see that they end up getting killed the most. It just happens. On top of that, it's also bad for the Twitch.tv community. So you sometimes get it where people will have Twitch.tv in their name, and then they themselves will play toxic. So people playing against them will go, anyone that's a Twitch streamer, they're clearly toxic. I hate Twitch.tvs. You get this hatred of Twitch.tvs purely because people that have Twitch.tv in their name commonly are toxic. But that doesn't mean that every Twitch streamer is toxic. I have gone against countless people in Dead by Daylight. I've had Twitch.tv in my name, and they've tunneled and moried me and said at the end it was because I'm a streamer. And it's like, they've clearly had bad experiences with other streamers and have then put me in that same stereotype. And lastly, another reason why having Twitch.tv in your name is quite bad is it is a bit of a gateway to harassment. In games, there's quite often end-game chat or places where people can harass you if you played badly in that game. Sometimes I've finished a game of Dead by Daylight, and in the in-game chat, they'll say that I'm trash, or they'll say that you're a noob, or they'll say uninstall the game, whatever. And normally, you can just turn off the in-game chat, and you can leave the game, and that's them gone. But if they've seen you're a Twitch.tv streamer, and they really want to go the full mile, they will then come to your chat and start harassing you in your chat. Now, don't get me wrong, you can block them, you can time them out, you can just ignore them, laugh it off. Most of the time, your chat will support you in that. But even still, it's still a gateway to further harassment, and it doesn't feel good when someone does that. So overall, I personally think that it's more of a good thing to have Twitch.tv in your name. You're meeting new people, getting more viewers, and building your community. And I'd like to think that I'm trying, personally, I'm trying to make people see Twitch.tv as not necessarily toxic. But I can understand where people are coming from, that a lot of people say you should take it out of your name. So the next thing I want to talk about is using your emotes in someone else's chat. So this is a topic specifically for streamers. I've seen it quite often, the debate of, well, if I was to go into someone else's stream, is it not necessarily toxic, but is it shameless self-promotion for me to use my emotes in someone else's chat? Now, I can see this both ways. So firstly, I can understand why it'd be a bad thing. Someone might think, oh, if you're using your emotes, that's basically your way of saying, hey, I'm a streamer too. You should definitely go check out my stream and sub to me so you can get my emotes. But I personally don't see it that way. You've got to remember that not everyone can sub to everyone. I can't afford to sub to every streamer that I go into, and therefore it's unfair and unrealistic for anyone to assume that I should be using the other streamers' emotes over my emotes. Now, don't get me wrong. If I have the other streamers' emotes, I will try my best to use them, but I still shouldn't be harassed if I use my own. And likewise, just because I use my emotes, or just because another streamer uses their emotes in someone else's chat, that doesn't mean they're self-promoting. They're using their emotes because they love their emotes. You know, I love my emotes and I use them because I know how to use them as well. You know, I've got certain emotes that I know work well at the end of certain sentences. So don't get me wrong. I can see the argument where people say that using your emotes is self-promotion, but I personally don't see it that way, unless they actually turn around and go, hey, I'm a streamer too, and then put their emotes, or hey, these are my emotes if you subscribe to me. You know, if you place your emotes with a statement like that, then yes, that is shameless self-promotion. If you're just using your emotes as part of your regular interaction with that streamer, I don't think there's a problem with that at all. And the last thing I'd like to talk about, this one's quite a quick one, is raiding then lurking. You quite often see it when a streamer raids another streamer at the end of their stream, and then within a couple of minutes they'll say, right, now I've got to lurk. And I've seen some people turn around and say, well, that's really bad that they're just kind of raiding and leaving everyone else there. But you've got to remember that person that's raided has probably been streaming for anywhere between 2 to 24, maybe even longer hours. And a lot of the time, if you watch, most streamers don't take that many breaks. And when they end their stream, it's because they want to get away from their computer. Maybe they want to go get dinner, maybe they want to shower, maybe they need to get to bed. So I can completely understand that when someone raids, that they want to then just lurk. You know, they've still supported that streamer with a raid, they're still supporting that streamer with a lurk. But personally, anyone that raids me in the future, you do not have to feel bad for lurking. Just because I do it as well. It's so common, and no one should feel bad for doing it because it's very, very understandable. So there we go, that is Coop Corner Chat episode 2. What did you think about the comments that I made about having twitch.tv in your name, using Twitch emotes in another chat, and also raiding then lurking? I'd love to hear your opinions on all of the above down in the comments below. Also, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and a comment because it really does help the YouTube algorithm to self-promote this video. If you haven't already checked out my Twitch channel, you can see my Twitch links below to catch me when I'm live. I stream 3 to 4 times a week, mostly in the evenings and weekends. But otherwise, guys, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Coop Corner Chat, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm Fowl Gaming. Have a good evening.